continuing forward on my playthrough of Metal Gear Solid 5. I only have about 2 hours to play right now, but that'll only be with a brief intermission, and then I'll be able to stream again after that. I'll pretty much have the whole night free. So, we'll see how things go. I did play a little bit last night off of the stream. Not any story missions or anything like that. I replayed a couple of the missions just to fill out some of the tasks and, you know, get an S rank and stuff like that. But I didn't continue forward with the story or anything of the sort. Wouldn't do that to you guys. My bases did finish, and I've started constructing new platforms for each of them. But that's pretty much the only thing that's changed, so let's jump right into it. Prisoner extraction, huh? Yeah, I'm going in as naked as can be. Aside from naked camo, of course. But hey, why the fuck not anyway? Should have done that. Go around like a 80s movie star. Rambo this shit. I was just here replaying this mission. I actually didn't end up S-ranking it again, but I did complete all of the tasks. So, an S-rank will be really simple later on. Without having to try and change things up to complete all of those checkboxes. It's actually one feature about this game that I honestly don't like. I find that it's a pretty big cop-out when a lot of these games force you to replay something because they don't give you all of the secondary objectives right away. You're coming with me. Body armor, huh? Starting to get an upgrade already.
Talk. Where are your friends?
Speaking of licensed music in this game, I actually got a couple of copyright claims on my last video. It's kind of bullshit. Gonna see what I can do to work all of that out, because the last video was my most successful video to date, and it would be a shame if I can't monetize it. Not that I'm in this for the money, but still. Why not get it when you can, you know?
Subject is in. Subject on board. Leave the rest to us. Extract him. Subject on board. Leave the rest to us.
That's way too far away. I'm just gonna take a plane. Helicopter. Jesus, I'm dumb.
Roger.
Only sometimes, though. There you go. Would have been nice for a dedicated jump button for viewers.
This is Pequod! This is Pequod! There's an obstruction at the LZ preventing me from landing.
I am not a fucking instruction. One new side op after another.
Of a Pashto English interpreter operating in that area. If you extract him, he could be plenty useful for us.
What, are you really gonna take that kind of a pace when you're gonna come search?
Where are your friends?
Spit it out. Speak. Speak.
Where are your friends?
He's coming too. Roger that.
Well, that could have been bad. I didn't see this third guy. Works like a charm every time.
Spit it out.
Where are the others? Where are the others? Talk. Where are your friends?
Spit it out.
Where are your friends?
Hope y'all aren't afraid of heights.
You gotta restrict him.
Help me.
Subject on board. Leave the rest to us. Roger. This is Pequod. Arriving shortly at LZ. This is Pequod. There's an obstruction at the LZ preventing me from landing.
Don't worry about
Request
D-Horse.
immediate removal.
D-Horse is fine.
Okay, subject is in. Gaining altitude. Departing.
Highly skilled soldier time. I'm gonna listen to some audio tapes while I do this. Might as well clear some of that exposition out of the way.
Miller told me about what happened in the Caribbean 9 years ago. You do remember Miller. You'd formed a private army with him. An army with no allegiance to a nation. I remember, but... I see. You're not sure what's fact and what's a fantasy caused by the coma.
Careful down there, boss.
Still all a mess, huh? All I can do is tell you the facts as they were told to me. I've gone easy on you up until now. But this is where the hard stuff begins. 1974, the year before you entered your coma. You were in Colombia, operating with a small unit of men. Basically mercenaries. Miller was among them.
Oh god.
He was trying to find a way to turn his and your talents into a line of work. He was looking to start a business where you
I
would
fucked
fight
up
on
quick.
behalf of others around the world.
Good thing it's just a side up, not an actual mission.
You, your men, had worn out your welcome. Everyone was out for you. East, West, First World, Third. It was only a matter of time before someone took you down. And that was XOF. Officially, they're an anti-terror unit under the CIA. In reality, they're Cypher's private strike force. They lured you to Cuba using Chico, the Nicaraguan revolutionary kid, and Paz, a mole who worked for Cypher as bait. While you were gone, XOF, posing as a nuclear inspection team, stormed Mother Base. At the same time, C4 they placed on the strut legs went off. The whole thing went down in minutes. XOF. Kisses and hugs followed by a big FU. All because of Miller's blind spot. A back door into Mother Base no one suspected. You remember a certain scientist. Huey was responsible for bringing the inspection team on board, giving the enemy a perfect opportunity to hit you at home. You were returning from Cuba when it happened. Mother Base came damn close to taking you with it into the Caribbean. Those of your men out on assignment returned right away. They refused to believe the wreckage in the water they found was Mother Base. But they checked the coordinates again and again, until reality finally settled in. You were supposed to die that day. That was XOF's primary objective. As far as most folks know, you did. The first doctor to see you wasn't even sure what he was looking at. Before they'd even finished operating, your men moved you to that hospital in Cyprus. There was a woman named Eva who arranged that. Rings a bell, huh? Most men in your condition would have been written off right from the start. But you survived.
He's coming too. Roger that.
Down to hell, and they pulled you out. Your eye wide open. Full of venom. The days of naked Snake are long gone. Welcome back, Venom Snake. This world still needs you.
You gotta extract him.
That was an
Your
effective
Snake
lure.
tried this on him. A prosthetic arm. Yeah, Miller was calling it the arm that wasn't there. The physiotherapy's going well. Your arm's bulked up enough for it to fit. Perfect. What time is it? It'll work better than the real thing. What do you think? I can still feel my real arm. Well, you better get used to this one quick. You have any pain? Every now and then. Where? My fingertips.
Didn't mean to place
My
that
left
marker.
fingertips. Sounds like phantom pain. Your brain still remembers your old hand. Yeah. What about your vision? Can you see okay? Yeah, at the moment. Now, the shrapnel in your skull is pressing on your optic nerve. I'm told any hard impact could have an effect on your visual cortex.
Yeah. The doctor mentioned that.
Your brain might process visual information.
Subject on board. Leave the rest to us.
You could have hallucinations. You might see things that aren't there, not see things as they really are. You experience any of that?
I think so.
When?
You gotta extract him.
Try to wake up. Colors look faded. Colors, huh? Well, that's not a major concern in and of itself, but it could mean the difference between life and death in the field. You'll need to watch out for that.
I will.
All right. You should continue your physio. We'll be arriving soon. It's the last chance you'll get.
Ocelot. I hear they started calling you Shalashaska in Afghanistan. What's that about?
You know the term Sharashka? It's slang for a suspicious, hastily thrown together organization. The word became associated with a type of forced labor facility in the Soviet Gulag system. OKB scientists and engineers who'd been convicted of crimes were sent to a Sharashka for forced R&D. The Sharashkas were supervised by Lavrenti Beria of the NKVD, the secret police, under the official name 4th Special Department.
Forced research? That's not very different from what we do here.
Diamond Dogs is different. Everyone here believes in you. Regardless of where they came from or why they're here, they revere you. And they're fighting because it was their choice.
And if it wasn't, they'd leave?
Who knows? That's our reality here, whether it's real or not. If there's another truth, I don't want to know it. All that matters is that's the concept that's taken shape in their heads. The traces of a group ideology, our superstructure, to put it in Marxist terms.
All right. Go on.
Right. At some point, the enemy started calling me Sharashka. This was after the war in Afghanistan broke out. While I was keeping an eye on you in that hospital, I was also heading up interrogations here. The men I broke gave up their comrades and families, everything they wanted to protect them most. No real cause for it. I just let myself get...
Subject on board. Leave the rest to us.
Suddenly I received the honor of becoming Special Interrogation Advisor to the forced labor camps. But the more interrogated, the more people saw me as just that, the interrogator. It helped cover my real objective of keeping you safe.
You went that far for me?
Far enough to keep you alive. I ended up being pretty well known among the Afghan guerrillas. Some of them would have seen me on the battlefield.
He's coming too. Roger that.
Shashka. It's a sword, a type of saber from the Caucasus. Russian dragoons and Cossacks carried them into battle. Now, the Russian Empire had a general by the name of Fyodor Arturovich Keller. His bravery earned him the nickname Russia's Greatest Shashka. Someone must have known about that, because somewhere along the line, Shashka got stuck on the end of Sharashka. The guerrillas were using the name amongst themselves. By the time I got to hearing about it, the pronunciation had wound up as Shalashashka.
So, half Gulag, half Hero sword. Is a perfect fit.
But you see how rumors and ideas about people can get out of hand fast. Once you create a character and put it out there in public mind, it warps and twists with every baseless rumor. And before you know it, all people see are phantoms. In my case, it works out just fine. I'm plenty used to working under aliases.
Oh, one of those guys got caught up in an explosion.
Subject on board. Leave the rest to us. Roger. You gotta extract him.
Get over here, go! Go punch.
This is B-Quad. Arriving shortly at LZ. This is B-Quad. On station at LZ. Gaining altitude. Departing.
Alright. I'm gonna do over the fence. And I actually went to the Wogsing Barracks for one of the side objectives for Phantom Limbs. So I'm not sure if enough time has passed for things to respawn. If not, it's actually going to be a rather simple infiltration, so let's return to Mother Base and get cleaned up, and then we'll continue on. Oh, D-Dog. I wish you could stay a puppy forever.
Welcome home, boss.
Even if that would mean not having you in the field.
Boss, how about developing something?
Roger.
Thank you, boss. Thanks for that, boss.
This is B-Quad. Arriving shortly at LZ. This is B-Quad. On station at LZ. Gaining altitude.
Next. One time on my own old profile, I ended up getting a guy that was right around here, I think. Headshot. Nope. Shooting from the helicopter is not a simple task. Doing a night infiltration. I should have put Black Ocelot on.
Boss, the Soviet engineer is being held prisoner at the Wak Sin barracks. You need to find him and get him out. He tried to defect from the base camp up north, but it didn't work out. Now they're holding him at Wak Sin. He's offered his technical skills to us as long as we can guarantee his safety. You have to extract the target.
I like playing as that
Boss, your
guy,
target just
forward in
happens
the
to be the man who
tuxedo.
developed your prosthetic hand. And he's the only one capable of maintaining it. If we bring him in, I'm sure he'll be able to modify it in all kinds of ways as well.
Be careful down there, boss.
That's the Wak Sin barracks. The target is somewhere inside that outpost. The Soviets consider him a traitor now, so he'll be treated like any other prisoner.
Давай проверим. За мной. Понял. Не стреляй!
Where are your friends? Speak. Where are your friends? Where are your friends?
Какого? Ау! Кто-нибудь! Какого? Кто-нибудь, спасите меня!
You gotta extract him.
Blueprints, huh? Right on. The power's still out, and their communications are down. They are significantly underhanded.
Where are your friends?
Spit it out.
Hands up.
Я не хочу умирать!
Boss, you've entered a building. Always keep an escape route in mind when you head indoors. If you get surrounded, you'll have nowhere to run.
Where are the others?
Нет, не делай этого!
Great.
Where are the
I've
others?
updated the info on your iDroid. Take a look. I hope he's all right.
Нет, не делай этого!
Alright, I know how I'm gonna do this. Forgot to cut that power.
Is that him? That looks like the target.
Протез. Я его сделал. Это мой шедевр. Обычные протезы — это скучно.
Okay. You know what? Fuck it. I'm not even gonna bother with that. Could cut it out for any other infiltrations in here, but it's an unnecessary step for now.
Now that's some lateral thinking. Flawless work. You never cease to amaze, boss. Target extraction confirmed. Exfiltrate out of the hot zone by chopper or on land.
Hands up.
Подожди!
Lie down. Talk. Where are the others?
Screw it. I'm doing a land exfiltration. Helicopter's only slightly closer. It'll take longer for it to get here.
Понял. Ищите подозрительные. Конец связи. Forces in pursuit. Mission complete.
Whoa!
Not bad, if I say so
Mission
myself.
complete, and how? They're gonna tell stories about this one, boss.
Still only got Chick.
The engineer we rescued has been extremely cooperative. The guys on the R&D team are glad to have him aboard. Thing is, his specialty isn't mechanics, but something called bionics, engineering based on biology. He's already submitted a proposal for modifying your prosthetic arm. If you're interested, go ahead and give the development order.
Yeah, buddy.
When you're not on a mission, use that free time wisely. Surveying enemy outposts, for example, or gathering manpower and resources. Of course, even you need some downtime every now and then. Whatever you do, it's all another step on the road to our goal.
So SALT II still hasn't gone into effect. That treaty was drawn up to limit not just the size of the US and Soviet Union's nuclear arsenals, but also their delivery systems. The whole deal. Just when we thought all those years of negotiations had paid off, somebody decides to invade Afghanistan. The timing couldn't have been worse. The president was in the middle of the SALT II talks back then. Maybe while you were busy trying to stop Peace Walker? I heard. President Ford was meeting with the General Secretary in Vladivostok. In his absence, the political brass in America detected what they didn't realize was false nuclear launch data from Peace Walker. They were on the verge of ordering a retaliatory nuclear strike. Coleman's big idea? Humans are incapable of destroying themselves. Turns out he never knew what humans are capable of. If that AI, the boss, hadn't found a way to stop the big data transmission, they probably would have gone ahead with the launch. Deterrence was revealed as the pipe dream it was. All thanks to you. And her. The US-Soviet talks looked set to fall through. What happened in Nicaragua no doubt helped trigger a change of heart. But in the end, the times define the politics. When you've grabbed their tail, they turn and bite your hand. I first met you 20 years ago now. The place was Selenouyarsk in the Soviet Union. We were enemies. I was with the GRU. You were still fighting for America. 1964. Operation Snake Eater. Its objective? The assassination of the legendary soldier known as the Boss. When you returned home successful, they awarded you the title Big Boss. Your CO, Zero, sought to carry on the boss's will by covertly establishing his own organization. You knew the original members from Operation Snake Eater.
Roger.
In America, there was David O.
Time to go back to Mother Base for some side-ups.
Donald Anderson, a.k.a. Sigint. Dr. Clark, who went by a paramedic during the operation. And the fourth, you. From China, there was Eva. And me, Ocelot, from the Soviet Union. 6 in total. To us, government notions of friend and foe were meaningless. As were East and West, we joined forces by our will alone. Our objective was to fulfill the boss's dying wish, to make the world one. And to do it, Zero used the Philosopher's Legacy, the secret war fund you obtained during Operation Snake Eater. This organization would go on to become Cypher. I, on the other hand, was left with the problem. You only recovered half of the legacy. I had to locate the other half myself. When I found the funds, I passed them on to Zero, just as you wanted. I still trusted him in those days. We thought what he was doing was the boss's will, until he started that one project. Les enfants terribles, Zero called it. You parted ways, as did Eva, leaving only Anderson and Clark still with him. I maintained limited contact, although truth be told, we were just keeping tabs on one another. The reason was always you. After you returned to the Army and created Foxhound, you left America. For a time, even I'd lost track of you. I'd imagine Zero did too. You always were the best when it came to hide and seek. Zero created Cypher, an information network to tap into every corner of the globe.
How's it going, guys?
Christmas Eve, 1979. The Soviet Union rolled into Afghanistan. Muslims had revolted against the Soviet-friendly regime established the year before. The DRA forces could no longer contain it themselves, so the Soviets went in to intervene. The Afghan government was powerless and fraught with infighting. They lost the hearts and minds of the people, and that alarmed the Soviet leadership. With the Islamic Revolution happening in Iran, the Soviets felt they had to act fast or risk the spread of Islamic revivalism. A superpower, sending a motorized rifle division against men on horseback with antique rifles. Everyone thought it'd be over in an instant, only it wasn't. Some Muslims made their fight a jihad, a holy war, and began a guerrilla campaign on all fronts. A war of attrition. These fighters call themselves Mujahideen. They're being supported by the West through Pakistan. That's why Miller was involved. He was training them near the Zero Line, sponsored by the CIA. The war has become a nightmare for the Soviet troops stationed here. They thought they'd be headed home in 6 months at the most. Then a year passed. 2 years. Now here we are 4 years on with no exit in sight. Afghanistan has become the Soviet Union's Vietnam. The Soviet troops on the ground want to go home, but at least they have homes to go back to. The Afghans have lost theirs. The Soviets destroy the Kishlaks, villages, wherever they can. They burn down homes and fields, fill in wells, turn pastures into minefields. It's created a mass of refugees who fled to Pakistan. If the Mujahideen are fish swimming around the villages, the Soviets will go so far as to dry out their ocean. This has had a big price. There's bitter resentment among the Afghans, and they're taking out their anger on the soldiers on the front lines. Among the Mujahideen are the Pashtun people. They're fiercely devoted to their code of Badal, or revenge. The Soviets they've captured have had their hands, feet, and noses cut off before being left to die at the side of the road, just to show their comrades what they're capable of. Friendlies who come across them can do nothing but put them out of their misery. Then they burn down another village in retaliation. And the cycle of vengeance goes on.
God, this is gonna take some getting used to, memory-wise. Fuck this up already.
Morning, boss.
Son of a bitch. Probably bust them up there or something. Missing 3.
That puppy you saved, his family.
cannot for the life of me remember where these are supposed to be.
Boss. Any chance of expanding the base?
I'm just gonna have to look it up, because I'm not gonna run around like this again a second time.
The pipes, huh? They're strong enough. Could make for a nice shortcut.
That is unfortunate.
Whatever supplies you need, just let us know.
Give me a minute. Trying to remember where these last ones are. I'm gonna look up a quick video. Sorry for the wait, guys, but rather than trying this time and time again searching for those last three, this will be quicker. So, base development platform.
So why'd the boss's old organization get taken out? Just because the U.S. didn't like having a threat like that on its doorstep?
You hear all kinds of stories. But from what Commander Miller says, there's more to it than that. They had this feud with an American covert intelligence agency called Cypher. During the Peace Walker incident, the boss built a merc outfit that fought alongside the Sandinistas. An army without a country. By mercs, for mercs. Something with no government holding the reins. Cypher wanted their military muscle, but the boss said no.
So they moved on the Caribbean base and massacred.
Huh. I hear ya.
The hell? That's really weird. This guy completed it shooting only the same ones I did.
Chain with me, boss. How about it? Boss, we're ready to develop new equipment. Just give me orders.
Boss, we're ready to develop new equipment. Just give the order. Good to see you, boss.
Got 2 targets on this one. When the hell could they be?
That was why he took his back. Boss!
This has been beyond frustrating. Hey, how's it going, guys? I'm having a bit of a moment here trying to find these last 2 targets. I apologize for how uninteresting this part might be. Oh, man. I'm watching a quick video just to not have to go through that again. Man, why is everyone doing this with a tranq pistol? Oh, fuck me, I'm pissed. I know where they are. Alright, got it this time.
Boss! Whatever supplies you need, just let us know, boss.
hiding right behind
Boss.
those boxes.
If you need supplies, let us know. Boss.
There we are.
Boss. How you doing, boss?
Hold on one moment, guys.
How about expanding the base, huh, boss?
Alright, sorry about that wait, guys. I got a call from my brother. I'm gonna be ending the stream here in about 10 minutes, but for the time being, might as well try and finish this off. And like I said at the beginning of the stream, I will be back on probably not much longer than an hour from now. So, oh man, this weather effect is not gonna help this along. Got 2 more to get. Fuck. Maybe I'm just blind.
What's up, boss? Boss!
Shut the fuck up. Working here. There we are. 3 more. Just right in the corner. Alright, I should only have 1 more to do, and I should have enough time to do it, so there's that at least. If I remember right, the R&D platform is a pain in the ass. This one's a pain in the ass to infiltrate, that one's for sure. Fucking FOBs. Give it one solid try. Can't even remember where to go from here. Shit, I don't even have half of them. Oh, there's a couple down here. Should have just dived.
Boss, we really need some help here.
6 left. Yeah, it's not happening. Well, I tried. I will, pick up with this one again later. You know what? They're probably right up top, too. Should have looked around more before jumping down.
Thanks for letting me join the fight.
Boss!
Probably in there.
Boss,
Alright.
if you need supplies,
Well,
let us know.
that is the end of my stream, unfortunately, because I've got some things that I've got to do. But I will be back in no more than an hour, and we will pick up from there. I'm sure we can manage to tackle this that time. Well, as always, this is Vic Viper from Outer Heaven playing Metal Gear Solid 5, and I will catch you guys next time.